Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. You'll find delicious food and fun at Timber Steakhouse, East County Line Road, South Branch, Michigan. You'll find delicious steaks, pizza, and a full menu with the best food in the North. Enjoy the fine food and karaoke fun at Timber Steakhouse, County Line Road, South Branch. Clemix Sales and Service on Mapes Road, west of Mile, your complete recreational vehicle sales and service connection. Visit their beautiful showroom of new and pre-owned ATVs, lawnmowers, power equipment, snowmobiles, utility vehicles, and more. Clemix Sales and Service is also the home of the American-made Victory motorcycle line on display at Clemix on Mapes Road, Mile. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pole. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pole. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com. Shopping for that special person just got easier when you shop at Rose City Drug at 2640 North M33, just south of the Rose City city limits. You'll find gifts for everyone on your list from 1 to 100. Shop online or in person at Rose City Drug, Rose City. Hi, welcome to Michigan Magazine. I'm Barry Stutzman. Glad you could join us. Well, October is finally here. You can feel the crisp autumn air calling all sportsmen into the woods and meadows. But don't forget to take your buddy. Gets kind of lonely out there, especially if you haven't seen any signs of that elusive whitetail. On today's show, we have as our guest Jeff Proctor of Big Rapids, who has a hunting buddy that he takes along that not only keeps him company, but also almost guarantees he'll get a better than average chance of seeing a buck or two up close. And how about a dinner cruise along the Keweenaw's Lake Superior coast? It's the perfect time of year to enjoy Michigan's beautiful autumn weather. Join us for a cruise on the Keweenaw Star on this week's Michigan Magazine. Announcing the Michigan Paddle Sports Directory, your one-stop internet connection at MichiganPaddlesports.com. It's now possible to explore Michigan's extensive waterways like never before. Michigan Paddle Sports Directory is a comprehensive directory of canoe and kayak rentals and liveries throughout the entire state of Michigan. At MichiganPaddlesports.com, you'll find a great paddling route, outfitter, store, school, rental shop, or tour guide. Michigan's great waterways are waiting for you. Make it an adventure worth remembering by first visiting MichiganPaddlesports.com. With cool weather invading Michigan, our state's deer hunters are biting at the bit to hit the forests and meadows. But as we all know, the elusive whitetail can be one smart cookie. Or so we think if we have to be tracking the critter in the woods. Once we're in their environment, we discover they can be mighty aware of all out-of-place landmarks, like a hunter disguising himself as part of the landscape. That's why this man, Jeff Proctor of the Big Rapids area, depends on his buddy to help him out. His buddy has an uncanny ability to make wildlife at ease with his presence. His buddy truly becomes one with his environment. That's because he's really not human at all, but a fair facsimile. Material shaped like a human that's stuffed with leaves, hay, or other material and left in the woods prior to the appearance of a real hunter. Recently, Jeff Proctor introduced us to his hunting buddy.
He gets the game you hunt, bear, deer, turkeys, acclimated to the sight of a human sitting in a spot in the woods.
Okay.
Okay. Now, once they've gotten used to it, and it only takes a week,
Really?
they pretty much start ignoring it.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is come out there and you're going to sit in his spot, either on him or, you know, as a cushion. He makes a great cushion. He's full of leaves. Just stuff him with leaves, and just sit there and wait. When the game comes through, they'll look at you, but they're not going to be as spooked about seeing you there. So they'll just walk right on past you and not even really care.
What was the flash in your mind that came up with this idea?
Well, actually, I didn't think about it. I had a guy at work tell me about it years ago. We were talking about getting busted in a tree stand. So he recommended that I put hang a shirt up in that tree stand so the deer get used to seeing that shirt up there. Well, I figured I'm bigger than a shirt, so I used a full body coverall. And I stuffed it with leaves, and I put that up in the stand, and 3 weeks later I come back to that spot and took his place, lowered him down to the ground, let him lay in the weeds, and that deer came through, looked up at me, and then just walked right underneath me and didn't even care that I was there.
Really?
So that's when the light come on, you know. So I've toyed with it off and on for many years, and 4 years ago I decided to start marketing it after I was successful at taking my biggest buck ever.
Really? Okay.
he was literally laying 30 yards away from Huntin Buddy when I went out to sit. And he got up and started taking off, and he didn't get too far. So, but he was very calm around the buddy. The buddy did not scare him at all. You know. So since then, we now have hunting buddies in almost every state in the United States. We have them in Canada, and now we're shipping them to Germany.
Oh my.
Germany just started bow hunting, so now we're shipping them over there.
So I'll tell you what, you got the idea. What did you do next? I mean, it's a big world out there.
Obviously, material makes a difference.
Yeah.
The old cotton material, that works. Everything will work. Anything you put out there will work. But how many years is that going to last you?
Right.
Okay, so we're using military-style ripstop nylon tent material.
Okay.
So this thing, he looks wet now, but he's dry on the inside.
Okay.
You can hear the leaves still dry on the inside. Now this buddy, he's been outside for over a year, and he is slightly faded, but not bad. You know, you're going to get some fading, but he will last you 5, 6, 7 years easily. You know, because of the material we chose to use. We've added carry strap for him, so you can just stuff him at home in the convenience of the big maple tree in your yard. Sling him right over your back and walk off out in the woods with him with your hands free. You can carry anything you want to carry after that.
Sling him over your back. Let's see how.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. Now he's got the sling. Okay. Just tighten it up, and off you go.
Wow. And you're all set.
And you're all set. There he is. You know, he only weighs about 7, 8 pounds, full of leaves, you know. And I've tried other stuff, you know, so, clothing's way too heavy, you know. Packing peanuts, too much of an environmental mental problem there with the styrofoam. But I found leaves are cheap. We all got them. We all want to get rid of them. So we just take and stuff them with leaves.
Okay, how long does it take to stuff it, would you say?
I have stuffed them in about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't take all that long.
But once you stuff him, he's good for the season.
He's good for the whole season, yeah. We've also, he makes him flexible. Okay, so you can actually shape him and put him in almost any position you want.
Okay.
We got tie tabs that will help you tie him in position.
Okay.
Now I've actually set him up in a full draw position with a hand tied to his head and had a stick hanging from a branch so that when the wind blew, it would move that arm. Okay. And them deer, the very next day, didn't even care about it. But I had changed its position and set him up to look as if he's an archer getting ready to shoot.
Oh, wow.
And they didn't care.
That's something.
You know, I've got a number of guys that are trying them on bears, turkeys. I just sold some to some guys in Louisiana. They're going to use them on ducks and their duck blinds.
Okay.
You know, because them ducks, they see your body, they fly right off.
Right.
You know, so this guy's setting them up in his duck blind to get the ducks used to seeing that human sitting there in that spot.
So if anybody wants more information, you've got a website, right?
Got a website, www.procshuntinbuddy.com.
All right, so thanks, Jeff.
And you can find us on Facebook also.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to forget about Facebook.
Facebook, you betcha. And you'll never, you increase your odds probably by about 75 to 100%. Just by acclimating your deer or your game to the presence of a human, right?
Yes, because just like your blind is empty 90% of the year.
Sure.
Now this week or next week that you're there hunting it, you don't think they notice that spot's all of a sudden taken by somebody else?
Yeah.
They'll notice.
Yeah.
You know, so get your hunting buddies.
There you go. Thanks, Jeff.
You bet.
Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by Hinchman Acres Canoe Livery and Resort on M33 just north of Mayo, catering to the outdoor enthusiasts. Cabins, canoes, kayaks, rafts, and more. Daytime or overnight trips along the world-famous Asabo River. A family getaway for over 75 years. 33 Motorsports Park, family racing fun for all ages and skill levels. 3 tracks located on M33 in Oscoda County. Come watch or join in the action all year long. Developed for motorcycles, quads, UTVs, and snowmobiles. 33 Motorsports Park. Rose Valley Winery committed to making quality wines from locally grown cold-hardy grapes. Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road, Rose City. Greenbrier Golf Course, Sage Lake Road, Lupton. You'll love this beautiful, professionally designed 18-hole course with a bogey golfer in mind. From pro to beginner, Greenbrier will have you returning for more. Enjoy the watered fairways, driving range, full-service restaurant, bar with Wi-Fi, and gift shop. Greenbrier, Sage Lake Road, Lupton.
I'm Craig Funkey, captain of the Keweenaw Star. We're based out of downtown Houghton here. This is our 5th year of operation. We run dinner cruises, sightseeing cruises, and sunset tours up and down the Portage Canal.
And from what I'm told, they are very beautiful cruises, too.
They are very beautiful cruises. Our cruises are normally about 2.5 hours long. It takes you all the way up to Lake Superior, where we go out onto Lake Superior, either up on the north entry, out past McLean State Park, or we go down on the south entry, which takes us out onto Keweenaw Bay.
Okay. Now, the tour we'll be going on here today, Craig, is, well, this is the dinner cruise in the evening here.
This is our evening cruise. We do a dinner cruise one night a week, which is our Thursday night dinner cruise. It's a full catered dinner provided by the Upper Deck restaurant in Hancock, and it should be it's a very good dinner. It should be a very filling dinner. I guarantee you won't go away hungry.
And what kind of food will be serving to eat this evening?
Usually we have a choice of dinner is usually got either ribs, chicken. A lot of times he has lake trout or whitefish on board also. We also have a choice of potato, rice, and vegetable salad, dinner roll, dessert. The whole works.
Oh, great. Give us a little bit of background on yourself, Craig, if you would. How you got involved, or how your family got involved in this touring boat business?
Well, I got my captain's license when I was 21 years old. I was working with my dad out in Grand Portage, Minnesota. We were running a ferry boat across from Grand Portage called the Voyager 2. And I did a lot of my time with my dad, and I did a lot of time with the Isle Royal Queen out of Copper Harbor. And from there, we've always been kind of in the passenger boat business, and I thought it was just time for us to go and get our own boat. So we started aggressively searching back in 1999, and in May of 2000 we found this 110-footer down in Charleston, South Carolina.
So give us a little bit of story to that. Now, you know, we met back in October of last year.
Yes, we did.
At the Great Lakes Lighthouse Festival. And fortunately enough, we got to sit at the same table and didn't know each other from Adam, but
we got talking, and I noticed that you guys were there and doing some filming of the Lighthouse Festival, and I thought it would be nice to get some a little bit of people, a little exposure on our little operation up here. It's still kind of on the small side, but it's growing every year that we've done this. We're really starting to get into the lighthouse tours. That seems to be a very popular tour of ours around here. We got one coming up this weekend, and it's called the Keweenaw Lighthouse Celebration. And what we do is we take you around the Keweenaw Peninsula on the Keweenaw Star here, and we visit all 10 lighthouses of the Keweenaw Peninsula.
Great. Now that's the one we're going to be taking Saturday morning, bright and early, isn't it?
That's the Saturday morning departure. Yep. Yeah. And it's a long boat ride. I'll give you that, but it's pretty incredible. And the first leg of it is you get lighthouse, lighthouse, lighthouse. It's
really something to see.
Something to see. And this boat does move, so you don't get really a lot of time in between lighthouses, but we do stop at all the lighthouses, and we do give a full narration of each and every light. Great. So we give you a lot of opportunity to spin around. We'll spin the boat around so everybody gets equal opportunity to get their pictures. And this is kind of nice too, is because this boat, you can walk around on this boat. You're not stuck into a seat. You know, I know of some cruises where you're in a seat and that's your seat.
Where you stay.
That's where you stay. So I mean, this is great because you can actually get out on deck. You can actually go out and take some nice photos and really see some of the Michigan's great lighthouses.
The dinner cruise, we know that we're going to be out for, well, how long are we going to be out for the dinner cruise? How long, where does that take? We start right here at the dock. This is downtown Houghton, and it's off what, Lakeshore Drive?
This is off of Lakeshore Drive. This is located at the D Stadium is where our docking office is. That's the hockey rink in downtown Houghton. We're actually right in front of the Ranger 3, which is the Isle Royal National Park vessel.
Yeah, I can see that right back through the back there.
Right through the back.
Okay.
And our cruise is approximately 2.5 hours long. And tonight, I believe, we're going to be going down towards the south entry, down towards Jacobsville, White City, and out onto Keweenaw Bay.
Okay. Now, is there anything there that is noteworthy during this dinner cruise that we'll be seeing?
Probably the nicest thing that we'll be seeing is the Keweenaw lower entry light. It has still got the original Fresnel lens in it. It's one of the last Fresnel lenses still on Lake Superior, and it's a very a unique design of a lighthouse. It's actually quite pretty when you get the sun kind of sitting on it as we head on by. So it's a nice shot. Also, when we get down onto Keweenaw Bay, you can see the Huron Mountains in the distance. You can also see Paquaming, which is where Henry Ford had his mill. And you can also almost see down into Lance. It's kind of hard, but you can see down into Lance and Berga, all from out there.
What has been some of the surprises, some of the ups and the downs to this venture of a tour boat?
Some of the ups, I guess I would say, is how much work actually goes into it. But it is an exciting work. It is, you know, it's demanding, but I guess it's very rewarding to when you piece together a cruise and when you help these people, you know, like we do weddings, and it's just nice to see when these people get married on the boat and just to see them walk off of here, a happy couple, and everything is put together nicely.
Yeah.
It's real nice too.
So there's a positive side. When people come aboard the boat, you see more smiles than anything, because it's a time for relaxation and a time for togetherness and just a positive atmosphere.
Positive atmosphere. It's entertaining enough for the kids that the families, you know, can come on here, and the kids don't, you know, get bored or anything like that. And everybody is so excited about going on the boat ride, and they just love going under the bridge and just enjoying themselves, relaxing on the top deck. Got some music. We usually have music on certain nights of the week. And
now, when you say going under the bridge, you're talking about the Houghton Hancock Bridge,
I'm
right?
talking about the Portage Lake Lift Bridge. Yes.
That one right there that we're looking at, right straight ahead of us?
Right straight ahead of us. That is, the bridge was constructed in 59 and 60, 1959 and 1960. That bridge has the distinction of being the world's heaviest lift span.
And that lifts up to let the big ships through.
That still lifts up. It goes up as high as 103 feet.
Wow.
It still allows we only get about 2 or 3 ore boats through here a year now. But it still is high enough that they can fit under that.
Great. Now, you were saying something about weddings. Now, we know that your brother just got married. You make a note of that.
Yes.
Now, your father is an ordained minister.
My dad went out 3 years ago, and he got his ordained license to be a minister on the boat. It's an old folklore that captains can perform marriages. Well, when we looked into it, it's actually not true. It's more of international water. Well, we could go to Canada, I guess, and get you married if you wanted to, but that's quite a journey anyways. So my dad went out, he got ordained, and we are now able to perform marriages on the boat. We usually have ceremonies either up on the top deck if the weather cooperates with us, and
Isn't that something?
Great little place to have a wedding.
I'll be done. Craig, it certainly has been nice talking with you, and we'll be hearing more from you as we make this trip around the Keweenaw Peninsula and underneath this beautiful Houghton Hancock drawbridge. And, well, we wish you continued success, and we're sure that it will continue to grow. And thanks for being part of Michigan Magazine.
Thank you.
So there you go. Now you know a little bit more about what's off the beaten path in our fine state. Thanks so much for joining us. With the cool weather heading our way, Michigan is gearing up for another season of family fun, which we will be covering as much as possible. Don't forget the 17th Annual Great Lakes Lighthouse Festival will be held October the 11th, 12th, 13th, and the 14th in Alpena. It's so hard to believe that we were there at the very first festival, and before that, we were excited about all the excitement and volunteerism that was being displayed in the hopeful plans that were laid way back in the beginning. Now the festival draws lighthouse enthusiasts from around the world. Check out more information at www.lighthousefestival.org. And for more information on events throughout the state, visit michigan.org. That's about all the time I've got for this edition of Michigan Magazine. It's always a great time when we get together, but it's even better when we get off those beaten paths and bring you new stories from Michigan. Have a great week. We'll see you here next week on RFD or online. We'd like to thank all those that help keep Michigan Magazine on the road. Randy's Restaurant and Bakery, downtown Rose City. Freshly baked daily, cookies, breads, pastries, donuts, homemade pies, and more. Randy's has a full menu to tackle the heartiest appetite, including pizza and hand-dipped ice cream. Taste the freshness and savor the good times at Randy's, downtown Rose City. Discount Foods, downtown Mayo. Find national name brand foods and merchandise at sharply discounted prices. Shop the smart way and please the family without breaking the budget. Discount Foods, downtown Mayo. Tri-Point Connections, a church connecting to God, people, and community. Tri-Point Connections invites you to rediscover church in a relaxed, refreshing atmosphere. Join us Saturdays for fellowship and worship.
Birds that sing.